Today, my guest is Maddie Clark. Maddie is a junior at Belton New Tech High School. How long have you been in Central Texas, Maddie?
My whole entire life.
So when was the first moment that you knew you wanted to be in theater?
So in 6th grade, we had this thing where you had to do either art or theater, and you had to do them both in a semester. And so originally I wanted to just do art, so I went and I did it, and I ended up not liking it at all. And so I still had that theater, and I ended up being absolutely in love with theater, so I started it there.
So now recently, you and I worked together on Mamma Mia. Also, I believe that how old were you when you got to go see Mamma Mia, the touring Broadway show? And was that like a fabulous moment that then you were able to be in the cast at the Mamma Mia here at Temple Civic Theater?
Yeah, so I believe I was 8, and I had been obsessed with the movie Mamma Mia. I loved all the music. I love ABBA, so I got taken to go watch Mamma Mia, the Broadway touring, and yeah, it was an amazing experience to get to see that put on stage. And so then later to be asked to be in Mamma Mia here at Temple Civic, it was like just a dream come true because I finally got to be in my favorite musical of all time.
That's great. So in 2019, you were in Frozen Junior here at Temple Civic Theater. What was that like? And tell us about any memories that you have about that show.
It was honestly an amazing experience. I have met some of my closest friends when doing Frozen. You know, I got to play the troll, which is not necessarily like something that I would have thought I would have loved doing, but I enjoyed it so much. I got to play a character that was so wacky and fun with some really close friends of mine. I think my favorite memory is, so since Frozen is cold, there was fake snow.
Yeah. And
there was fake snow on the ground. And during bows, I fell on the floor.
Oh, you did?
I did. I fell on the floor. And instead of, people laughing at me or making fun of me, they all came and asked if I was okay. And I don't know, I appreciate that. I found some truly amazing people while being in Frozen.
In this theater. So what does Temple Civic Theater mean to you?
Well, Temple Civic Theater means family to me. I mean, this is where half of my family is. They may not be blood related, but they're always going to be there for me.
Right. We become family working together in this theater.
Yeah. I mean, if I asked for something, they'd automatically, help me with it or give me it or do anything possible they can.
What are some of your favorite plays?
So I actually watched Cat on a Hot Tin Roof here because my dad was in it. And that one was really interesting because I don't typically like dramatic shows.
Yes.
But that one, it kept me interested. I wanted to come see it, Just all the different characters and how they played off each other was just amazing.
The storytelling.
Yeah, it was
in the plays. So do you prefer musicals over plays?
So I do a fair share amount of both, but I do really enjoy musicals. I just love how it brings music and dancing and acting all into one because those three things are my favorite things to do.
That's your passion.
Yeah.
You also helped us at Temple Civic Theater when we were doing virtual cabarets for something to do during COVID and little fundraising events to help us get by and just kind of help us pay the monthly expenses. So tell us about that virtual cabaret you did. That was fun. So how did you guys put that together?
Yeah, so my family, we have a lot of camera people. So what we did is we set up 2 cameras from different angles, sort of like how it is here. And we filmed us singing Say My Name from Beetlejuice for the Halloween show. So yeah, I mean, it was really fun. It was definitely a little bit different because it's at home.
Right.
But I still felt like I got to be a part of the community and the theater.
And then helping this
Yeah,
theater.
it was.
And your costumes there, you guys got very creative doing that as well. So
Yes.
tell us about that.
Well, we had borrowed the suit for from one of our neighbors for Beetlejuice, but I had previously had a costume that I wore for a show here. We did a little Boo Review show here, and I re-wore that dress and made it kind of into Lydia from Beetlejuice.
And what about the Boo Review? Do you remember what you did in that show?
It was a spotlight song with
Okay.
some other girls that had asked me to be a part of it with them.
Okay. And what is Mamma Mia your favorite musical?
It would be in my top 3.
Okay.
But for the longest part of my life, that has been my favorite musical.
And what's the other 2?
I would have to go with Rent and Rock of Ages.
And why do you love those musicals so much?
I prefer that style of music, and the acting is just really well thought out.
Tell us, what is the young generation? What do you guys look for? What do you guys like? Give us your interests.
So I prefer musicals that have like deeper meaning, I guess, and that the songs are very catchy. So I do enjoy Rent because I'm able to get I'm able to tell what the story is just by listening to it without having to actually watch it, because sometimes it gets harder to watch musicals online and stuff because they're taken down or Broadway won't allow it, and so it's easier whenever you have a musical that already tells the story through song.
So is there different types of musicals or plays that you would love to be as your bucket list, or maybe that you would like to see performed here at TCT? Some ideas of hopefully things that we might be able to do in our future?
Yeah. I would love to see maybe like Matilda, because I feel like that one would be a fun one, especially since we have so many amazing girl performers. Maybe something like Shrek. That's pretty modern, and it's got really fun costumes and characters that are easy to work with, but also still really fun and eye-catching. So I feel like those would be some really fun ones to put on and be fairly get audience, to come.
And we have been working on lots of things inside this theater and getting things organized. So do you want to tell our audience like what we've been working on up here?
Yeah, so for a while now, our costuming needed to be updated and needed to, look nicer. So we were able to go grab things for shows and pull them and find exactly what we needed when we went in there. So we decided to take out everything that was unnecessary that we could easily find, and keep all of the stuff that was period appropriate or necessary. And then we had a costume drive where people would come and pick up and buy things to help support the theater.
That was our thrift sale in the parking lot,
Right.
which you helped me create the poster for that one. So thank you again. And you also helped volunteer for that, and you were part of the entertainment for that. So how was that day? Tell us about that chaotic day that we had.
I wouldn't say chaotic. I would say really refreshing and a great experience. I have just now gotten into the musical world, whereas before I would solely just do plays. And so being able to perform a song in front of people, an audience, was just so nerve-wracking but so fun, and I love to have that experience because it gives me more experience to work with. I get to write that on my resume now for upcoming events. So
why do you like volunteering, and why are you volunteering here at Temple Civic Theater?
Yeah, so ever since I did Mamma Mia, which was my first show here, I found, like I said, I found a family. I found people that supported me and people that wanted me to come back. And so I feel as though it's almost my duty to come back and help, because I don't want anything to happen in this theater. I love it here. I love coming here. Anytime anyone asks me to come up here, I will always do it just because I love it,
Yeah.
And so volunteering, it just feels like I feel like I could give back after I've had so much help, and being able to volunteer gives me a reason to actually go out and do things and help the community.
So thank you so much for being a guest with us today. And thank you for joining us at Backstage at TCT. Be sure to find us and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and learn and bookmark our website to learn more about upcoming productions and how you can share your talents at Temple Civic Theater. Don't forget, subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you next time, Backstage at TCT.